DK's Children's Encyclopedia, presenting highlights of DK's Children's Encyclopedia, with additional topics coming soon. Body cells. Body parts are made up of tiny things called cells. Cells have important jobs to do, like sending messages, turning food into energy, and fighting off germs. Every cell has a particular job to do to keep the body healthy. All of our body cells have an outer shell with a liquid inside. In the very center of the cell is a core called the nucleus. The nucleus is the control center of the cell. It contains instructions called genes. Cytoplasm is a liquid inside the cell where chemicals mix together to bring the cell to life. The membrane is the edge of the cell. It allows things to move in and out. These tiny structures release energy to power the cell. Cells come in many different sizes and shapes. Each one is perfectly suited for the job it does in the body. Cells can divide to make more of themselves. Red blood cells pick up oxygen from the lungs and transport it around the body. White blood cells change shape and squeeze in between other cells to kill germs. Fat cells store and release energy. They protect the body from bumps and knocks. Intestine cells are frilly. The frills absorb useful nutrients from food. Nerve cells have long stems. They carry electrical messages to the brain. There are approximately 37.2 trillion cells in the human body. Brain. The brain controls the whole body. Every time we think, feel, or move, the brain is at work. It even keeps working when we're asleep. The brain is the most complicated organ in the living world. Different areas of the brain are in charge of different jobs in the body. The brain has an area especially for storing memories. This area controls coordination, helping different parts of the body work together. The spinal cord sends signals and receives signals from the rest of the body. Nerves connect the brain to the rest of the body in a network called the nervous system. Nerves carry information between different body parts. The brain is made up of tiny cells called nerves, or neurons. They look like little trees. When we think, tiny electrical and chemical signals move quickly through the cells. Digestion. Digestion is when we eat food and it gets broken down and used by our bodies to give us the energy we need to move and stay healthy. Your digestive system starts with your mouth and ends at your bottom. Once it has been swallowed, food passes into the stomach. From here, it moves through the intestines and is then pushed out of the body. When we chew, food is broken and mixed with saliva. Different teeth do different jobs. When the chewed food is swallowed, it goes down a tube called the esophagus. Inside the stomach, liquid chemicals are added to the food and churned around. After passing through the stomach, the mushed-up food liquid travels through the small intestine. The waste parts of food stay in the large intestine until they are pushed out as poo. A large meal takes 1 to 3 days to pass through the digestive system. Feelings. Feelings are how we respond to things that happen in and to us. Feelings affect our brains, bodies, and how we behave. Being able to tell other people our feelings is important and helps us to feel connected to each other. The different faces people use for feelings are called expressions. Chemicals are released in the brain when we do things we like. The chemicals make us feel happy. If something bad or disappointing happens, we feel sad. Sometimes we cry when we are sad. We get angry when we think something is unfair or wrong. Anger makes our heart beat faster and our muscles tense up. If we are in danger, we feel scared. Our heart beats faster to help us get away from the situation. Disgust is a strong feeling of dislike for something we see, hear, smell, or taste. Food. Humans need to eat the right mixture of different food groups to keep all the parts of the body working properly. Food gives us energy to move, grow, and repair our bodies. Types of food give our bodies the different goodness we need. There are 5 main food groups that give us the nutrients and vitamins we need to be healthy. Fruit and vegetables have fiber, which helps break down our food. They also contain vitamins and minerals that help our bodies work properly. Sugar and fat give our bodies energy. We can get fat from food like cheese and nuts, and sugars from fruits. Too much fat and sugar is bad for us. Meat, fish, eggs, and beans are high in protein, which is needed to grow and repair our bodies. Milk, yogurt, cheese, and butter contain calcium to help teeth, nails, and bones grow. Bread, rice, cereal, and pasta contain carbohydrates, which give our bodies energy. Water transports the goodness we get from food into and around our body. It then flushes waste materials out of our body. Human body. The body is made from lots of different parts called organs. Each organ has a different job to do. Organs work with muscles and other parts of the body to make important things happen, such as breathing, digestion, and movement. Organs that are linked together are called systems. Each system has its own job, but they work together too. The skeleton is a frame of bones that protects the inner organs of the body. It also allows movement. The heart pumps blood around the body in a loop to transport oxygen and food. The lungs bring air into the body and send waste air out. They supply oxygen to the blood. The stomach and intestines break down the food so it can be used to power the body. The kidneys clean the blood and make urine from the waste. The bladder stores the urine. The muscles move all the parts of the body. They make the heart pump and the lungs breathe. The brain thinks and controls body movement. Signals are sent to the brain through nerves. The skin is a waterproof layer that protects the body from germs and sunshine. Hair keeps us warm. The human body is made up of tiny parts called cells. The cells of the body contain lots of different ingredients. They all have different uses in the body. Calcium helps muscles to work and the heart to keep beating. 1/4 of our body is carbon. It is also found in diamonds. A tiny amount of iron is found in the body. It makes your blood red. Tears contain sodium chloride, which is the same as table salt. Phosphorus helps make bones strong. Matches burn using phosphorus. Over half of the body is made of water. Water is found in our blood and cells. Life cycle. Like all animals, humans are born, grow up, and can have children of their own. This is called a life cycle. There are many different stages that a human goes through on their journey from birth to adulthood. Everyone starts life as just 2 cells. We grow into children and eventually adults. A sperm cell joins an egg cell inside the mother's womb. After 9 months, the cells have grown into a baby. Babies are very small and can't feed themselves or talk. They need parents or carers to take care of them. Toddlers learn how to walk, talk, and feed themselves. They grow teeth called milk teeth, which fall out and are replaced with adult teeth. Children grow and learn quickly. They are smaller than adults and still have a lot of skills to learn. Chemical signals called hormones tell the body to start changing from a child into an adult. Adults can make their own children. Males produce sperm cells and females produce egg cells. Lungs. We breathe air in and out of our lungs. The lungs take oxygen from the air and transfer it to the blood. Every part of the body needs oxygen, so the lungs collect it and the blood carries it around the body. The lungs are 2 spongy bags filled with tubes and air sacs. The air sacs are where gases change places. Oxygen is breathed in and carbon dioxide is breathed out. Air enters and leaves our bodies through our nose and mouth. This tube carries air into our lungs. It is also known as the windpipe. These 2 air tubes connect the trachea to the lungs. The air goes into these tiny tubes. Each one ends in air sacs called alveoli. This muscle changes the shape of the lungs so we can breathe in and out. Muscles work together to let us breathe in and out. We have a diaphragm muscle below the lungs and more muscles around the rib cage. They change the size and shape of the lungs. Air enters the lungs as we breathe in. The rib muscles pull up to make the rib cage bigger. The diaphragm pulls down to pull air into the lungs. The lungs get bigger. Air leaves the lungs as we breathe out. The rib muscles relax, so the rib cage gets smaller. The diaphragm relaxes and the lungs get smaller, pushing air out. Muscles. Muscles are stretchy cords that pull parts of the body to make them move. They work in teams. Some muscles work without us thinking. Others move when we choose to move them. Every time we blink, smile, or move, it is with the help of muscles. Most of our muscles are wrapped around the bones of our skeletons, forming the muscular system. They move our bodies by pulling on the bones. Muscles only pull. They can't push. To lift your arm up, biceps pull and triceps relax. When triceps pull and biceps relax, the arm moves back down again. Stomach muscles are called abs. Upper thigh muscles are called quads. The biggest muscle in our body is in our bottom. It is called the gluteus maximus. The muscles in our face move the eyes and mouth and help us to express our feelings to others. For example, we show we are happy by smiling. You use 300 different muscles just to stand up. Sight. Sight is seeing the shapes, sizes, and colors of nearby and faraway objects within our surroundings. When we see, colored light is bouncing off objects and into our eyes. Tiny sensors at the back of the eye receive light and send signals to the brain to make an image from the light we see. The cornea bends the light entering the eye. The iris is the colored part of the eye. It changes the size of the round hole in the middle. The pupil gets bigger to let in more light when it's dark and gets smaller to let in less light when it's bright. The lens focuses the light at the back of the eye. It makes the picture we see clear. In the retina at the back of the eye, tiny sensors called cells collect information about color, light, and shape. The optic nerve sends the light information collected in the eye to the brain. If an eye lens doesn't focus the light in the right place, the image is blurred. Glasses contain lenses that change where the light focuses in the eye, so the image becomes clear. Skeleton. All the bones in the human body fit together in the skeleton. They make up the shape of the human body. The skeleton forms a protective cage around the soft, inner organs like the lungs and the heart. The skeleton is made up of 206 bones. The bones are moved by muscles. The skull protects the delicate brain inside. Ball and socket joints in the shoulder and hip allow a swivel movement. A saddle joint allows the thumb to move in a circle. The spine is made up of 24 bones called vertebrae. Joints are the places where one bone joins another to allow movement. They let our bones move side to side, up and down, or in circles. Joints have fluid in them to help make movement smooth. Bone is stronger than wood, concrete, or steel. Sleep. Every night we sleep, and our bodies rest, repair, and grow. While we sleep, our brains sort through the information gathered from our senses, and some of it is deleted, and some is stored as memories. We need sleep to stay fit and healthy. Our sleep follows a pattern of different stages. You go through each stage several times every night. When we wake up, we become alert and aware of our surroundings. Dreaming. We dream when we're close to waking. We have 3 to 7 dreams a night. Light sleep. Breathing slows down, but the brain is still active and you can wake up easily. We move around more during shallow sleep than during deep sleep. Deep sleep. This is when our bodies are growing and repairing muscle, tissues, and bones. Sleep is important because without it, our brain and body slowly stop working. Our brain deletes useless information and stores more important things while we sleep. If we don't get enough sleep, we lack energy and want sugary food. Our bodies heal better and faster when we get plenty of solid sleep. Our bodies grow and repair muscles and bones while we are in a deep sleep. Enjoyed the book? Click here to buy the complete book.
Elior, I choose, where you are in control.